Hello, it's Tim Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. Just finished a weekend camping with the family. Lots of campsites, golfing, in the water, lake day. Go ahead and pack it up today in the 2019 F150. This is the Powerstroke diesel. I'm going to pack it up, get it home, and tell you more about it coming up next. All right, I'm back home from camping on this really foggy morning. We have a 2018 Ford F-150. This is the Powerstroke diesel I talked to you about earlier in the intro. Let's take a deeper dive kind of closer look at this pickup. And I'll tell you a lot of stuff I've learned over the last couple days. Okay, let's start with the front here. It's got that really nice look. It's really a strong looking front end. This is the new 2018. It's got the fog lamps on it. I have color body matched grille. I have the headlights that kind of swoop in around. I do have the towing mirrors in this. This is the package that they sent me. Kind of interesting. A little big for the pickup, but I do like them. It's additional visibility, even though I didn't tow with this. I do have a video where I did tow 7,000 pounds, I think it was, with the Powerstroke Endeavor when it first came out. I'll link to that video above. So I'll talk to you about just driving it, and then you can watch the video for towing. So one of the things I thought was interesting with this pickup, and I've always thought kind of interesting, is it has the small Powerstroke turbo diesel tag. I kind of expected a bigger tag, like maybe right in here, but it just has the small tag. Interesting play. I do have body color matched door handles as well, there and there. And coming around the back, this does have the FX4 package. So I do have the upgraded shocks, I do have the skid plate, and I do have suspension upgrades. One of the things you'll find interesting with this Powerstroke is you can tell it's a diesel by the size of the exhaust pipe. Now this isn't as big as I've seen other people do, and maybe it's just because it's a half ton. I'm not really sure, but it's not as huge as you've seen other people do. In this bed, like the new Silverados and Sierra, I don't have a latch. I have a push button, and it'll drop down. It's got the nice dampening tailgate. I do have a button on my remote key fob that allows me to push it down as well. One of the things, you'll see a video here in a second. I did have the bed extenders. This bed extender is pretty cool. Just turn, lock in, lock, unlock. If you want to. Even a pivot that goes down. It goes in the hole. And then these have little spots in the bed for it. These are just molded, it's not something permanent. Little pieces of rubber. It's the same rubber here. And this has got, I'll show you later when I pull this back, but this pin pops out and the whole thing goes up and down and slides in the back of the bed. Really extends the bed. A lot more space. And this is my blind spot monitor for cross traffic, and it does cross traffic as well. Well, I think it's cross traffic's built into that as well. But that's a really cool feature. I've shown some people about that this weekend, and we'll get into the cab and talk more about that. I did stop and get some diesel. I kind of ran low. And I do like how the hookups are both in the same spot for the DEF fluid and the diesel fluid, and that it's capless. I'm a big fan of capless. Boy, that makes things a lot easier at the gas pump. Just put it in there and go. This is the Super Crew, so you'll see it in all its glory. The kids got a little bit messed up back here, but really nice amount of legroom back there. I had a cousin who's 6'6". Oh, I gotta get my tie strap out of here. Alright, so in the back here you'll see a lot of legroom back here. I had a cousin who was 6'6" who fit pretty well back here. Big fan of these power running boards that come out. That was a really nice feature. And I do like how it's got the flat fold floor. Yeah, sorry. Boys and their chips. But but it makes it really handy for when we loaded stuff up. We had rain come through, so I loaded up the cabin full of our luggage, and it was really nice and easy to be able to do that. So hopping in the rear myself and closing the door. I still am a big fan of these door handles. I just like them in the Fords. I do have the panoramic moonroof in here, which is really a nice feature, and I'll show you why here in a second. Back here I don't have heated controls. I have my vents. Let's see if I can't get this to not be so. There we go. There. I do have chargers, 2 USBs, 110, but I don't have like heated controls. Like I can't change temperature, but I do have heated seats back here. So, it's just a really nice back seat area. And let me flip the camera around and tell you more about it. All right, one of the things you notice in the back that I'm a really big fan of is not only can I really recline. I mean, my legs are all the way out, and I'm 5'6". I got plenty of headroom. I said I have a cousin who's 6'6", who fit back here really well. I do like the panoramic moonroof, and you can kind of tell with my hand here how much light I'm getting back here. It's not such a cavern back here anymore. You know, it's not so dark. You don't need additional lighting. You turn that on, you open that all the way up, and it just feels a lot more bright back here, a lot more welcoming. Kind of a, you know, I guess a weird take on that, but I just like how bright it is. It's just nice, and it's also nice to be able to find stuff. So like I said, I put a bunch of stuff in here. We had a rainstorm come through, and when I opened the doors again, I had a bunch of natural light. I was able to really find stuff back here pretty easily, and that's a big benefit. I don't have to worry about lighting back here. I got it right there. So let me go and flip this around. I'm gonna show you one thing on the outside, and I'll hop in and we'll do a little drive, and I'll tell you about fuel economy and what I thought about ride comfort and the new 10-speed transmission. Okay, here on the front, I have the same kind of grab handles as I do in the back. I have my the mirrors here. I have that kind of known for a Ford like cutout here that allows more room for these mirrors. I do like this here. It's not so far to reach. It would be nice a little bit farther back, but it does work. And I have power door locks here and here, and seat setting buttons. It's a little bit tough to get to with the handle here, just a little bit getting around it. But again, I'm short. Your arms will vary. I have spotlights on the camera, on the mirrors, so I can turn on some lights. I do have some more lighting here, and I have what's down here? Oh, park lamp and adjustable seats, or adjustable pedals. This is the steering wheel. I have my controls here for getting to the menu system, and I have my cruise control. I do have adaptive cruise in here, which is nice. This, for some people don't like it. I like it. Bluetooth connectivity here, volume nut for the radio. I have 4-wheel drive here, and I can push to disconnect the rear axle. It's electronically locking, and so I can manually disconnect it. Oh, my start-stop button's right there. The trailer backup assist, and I have trailer brake controller as well. This is where you turn it on, and you turn this button back, forward and back, and you can back up the trailer like it would, not doing the reverse of the steering wheel. So this is how you can back it up with this system. I do have my lane departure assist and my parking notifications. This is a park assist, not notifications, park assist. This is the shifter. I do have USBs. I will say this one's a little bit hard to get to on the top as far as plugging stuff in. It takes a little bit of work to get that in there. Kind of a nice lid here. I put my phone in here quite a bit. A couple cup holders. I have a smorgasbord of like heating and cooling controls. Plus I have cooled seats. We actually use cooled seats and heated seats this entire trip. Kind of funny how that works out. And then we have the Entune system. I gotta go back to this. I will say the cooled seats don't cool as fast as I want them to be. I need cooler seats. Hill descent control, traction control. I have a 360-degree camera. This is really cool, and I've used this quite a bit. It gives you the bird's eye on the right and the backup camera. This is a frontal camera here that's showing off, and you can see how it's what's lit up. I have this really broken down old farm truck there, and I believe I can go. Yeah, I can switch the modes to full front and side, and then that will show me the. I'm sorry, I dropped something. That'll show me go back to my main screen. But if I put it in reverse. Now we can see what's going on. Now, oh, let me get out and close my tailgate. That's a good reminder, tailgate's open. Okay, let's try this again. Put it in reverse. There we go. And what's neat about this is you have the tow line. This is where your ball would be, and this is the direction of the steering wheel. And so as I turn the steering wheel, I can bring that together, or I can go the other side as well. It kind of shows you where you're backing up to and really helps with backing up a trailer. This is auto start off and on, so at stop signs and in traffic, the truck will turn off, and then you can do this to turn that feature on and off. It's meant to save some fuel economy if you're sitting at stop signs quite a bit, or sitting in stop and go traffic quite a bit. I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on it. I do have a little storage compartment there. I do have a sunglass holder here, and I do have my controls. I can, if I decide to, I can put the cover on the panoramic, and I can open it, and there's lights, and there's some storage. So I like the interior. They did a nice job, like, as far as styling. This is the upgraded trim level. And leave your hate mail about not doing basic trims below. I do have some hookups here, and I do have a nice little like slot showing some stuff. I have some storage here, and the other door, and the glove box, little shelf, and not a crazy amount of room. But the room is going to be over here. This is the center console. I got plenty of space down here. Oops, I got this little tray I keep. I like this little tray though. It's kind of handy. I put my wallet in there quite a bit, and it works out pretty well. And I thought I had a hookup in there. Oh yeah, I have a cigarette lighter hookup there. So nice stuff there. And I do have a slot here. This is kind of cool. So if you're gonna charge your phone here, put your phone in here. You run your wire here, goes through here, and down the USBs. So you're not catching your wire in the center console. One of the things I thought was really important to talk about with this is the fact that it's got, I have remote start, but that's not the big news. So I have locked the door. That sound is the big news, okay? So let me turn around and get a little bit closer, and I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Okay, do you hear that right there? Yeah, that's the diesel engine going. That's as loud as it sounds on idle. It's pretty impressive. Let me go ahead and pop the hood and let's take a look at that and hear it in its full glory with the hood pop. Oh, since I entered the cab, it killed the remote to start. Let me, excuse me a second. Pardon me. So, all right, I went around and I popped the hood, and here it is, the 3-liter V6 Powerstroke diesel. And one of the things that they were talking about on the press release, and I can't see it, is it's got a mechanically driven, or an engine driven fan, and it's got dual port around the radiator to allow this to keep it cooler. So when you're in the mountains towing, you don't have to slow down to back it off. You don't have to back off, I should say, as temperatures rise. This will keep it allow you to keep the foot down and keep going all the way up the mountain. But I mean, that's your sound. That's as I'm trying to see if I can't see a belt during the fan. I can't quite make it out. There it is. There's the big engine. There's the big news this year. So standing next to this is pretty incredible. I mean, really, I'm just sitting here talking to you, and I don't know how the audio is going to turn out because I haven't done my recording and put this together. But I'm going to theorize it's going to sound pretty good compared to, say, the 6.7 liter in the Super Duty and the old Cummins diesel engines. This is a really quiet diesel engine, which I think there's some pros and cons, right? So the con would be that a lot of diesel owners love how loud it sounds. That's the big selling point for them. The pro would be for people that don't need the big sound of the diesel, that want to just have the diesel feel economy without having to listen to it all the time. it's a big pro. And so I think there's two sides of the fence there, but this thing is really quiet. So let me hop in the cab, set my GoPro up, and we'll talk about how it drives. Alright, out on the road, it drives nice. I mean, it's a nice smoothing ride pickup. When I get on the gas and accelerate it drops down to 6th gear and really puts me, a lot of power into it. It feels like it's got tons of power. So now I'm doing 75 miles an hour. I'm getting up to 8th gear. It's holding its line on the gearing, and I'll get up to 10 speed. The 10 speed is all about fuel economy, and it's large part of this truck is about fuel economy. When I was driving to the campground and back, I took 2.5 hours on highway speeds and drove around town, and I came back. I averaged 24.5 fuel economy, mile per gallon fuel economy. This is rated at 20, 25, and 22, 20 city, 25 highway, 22 combined fuel economy. And so I got right near the number. I think that's pretty good for a four-wheel drive pickup. You will notice that I didn't say 30 mile per gallon. That's in a two-wheel drive configuration. It's a difference of transmission shifting, about the rear gearing. The rear gearing in a two-wheel drive isn't as tall as here in the four-wheel drive, so it's not as staunch as far as a towing pickup, and it gets better fuel economy. But I'll take 24.5 mile per gallon out of full-size crew cab four-wheel drive pickup all day long. I think it's pretty good, and it's smooth. It's not as quiet as, say, a GMC Sierra with the triple sealed doors or a new Ram. It's a little bit louder in the cabin than those pickups would be, but I'm not complaining. It's not that loud of a pickup, and it's really a comfortable drive as going around, like I said, driving around highway and interstate. It does, you hit some bumps, you will feel them maybe a little bit more than you will the new Ram or the new Sierra, but I think it rides pretty well compared to all the other pickups in the marketplace. Price is a big one. So I'm going to head back home. I forgot my pricing sheet there. I don't have a price on this sheet that Ford gave me. So I'll go ahead and turn the camera back on when I get back to the house. I'll talk to you about price and give you my final thoughts on this Powerstroke diesel. Okay, let's finish off this review, talk about some numbers. So numbers on this 2018 F150 with the 3.0 liter V6 Powerstroke diesel, that produces 250 horsepower, 440 pound-feet of torque. In this configuration with the gross combined vehicle rating that we have, it'll tow up to 11,300 pounds, and the payload is 2,020 pounds. The payload's interesting. So the payload in the 3.5 liter EcoBoost, because it's a lighter engine, the small twin turbocharged one, is 3,230 pounds. In the 5 liter, the straight 5 liter V8, it's 3,270 pounds, and in this diesel, it's 2,000 pounds. So some differences there to keep in mind. I went ahead and built it on Ford.com because they didn't have a price point here, and I thought it was kind of fun building a truck up on Ford.com. So the base price in this is $51,050. Okay, $51,050. When you start adding in the options, I had $15,575 in options. I had about $1,500 in dealer destination charges. So my total was $68,120. Monthly payment of $1,000. $1,000. All right, but let's talk about this. So the Lariat Sport Appearance Package, $300. The 502A is the equipment package. Has a lot of the upgraded stuff, blind spot monitoring, different things going on there. Is $7,335. So the 502A package is what the equipment package I have on this, $7,335. I got a discount of $1,500 on that. Technology package, park assist, adaptive cruise control discount, $500. FX4 package was $770. Trailer tow package, $995. Technology pack is $1395. So a lot of packages. The foldable the pickup bed extender, if you're wondering, the one in the back I showed in the bed, $250. Spray and lead liner was $500, or $495. Wheel well liner, $180. The power moonroof, this twin panel power moonroof is $1,295. I do have another spot for adaptive cruise control with stop and go at $1,250. That's the option there. The tow mirrors are $250. Running boards, the power running boards, $995. The 20-inch aluminum wheels, $1,000, and the 355 electronic locking rear axle, or the rear axle ratio, electronic locking, is $470. I didn't really have any new interior pricing as far as things there. So the 50218 package is a Lariat series. It has a blind spot monitoring with trailer tow monitoring, remote start system, reverse sensing system, LED side mirror spotlights, the 110 volt 400 watt outlet in the bed, sync connect, B&O premium audio system, and the second row heated seats and heated steering wheel and voice activated navigation. So that's that 502A package. That was $7,335. And then you know, I went through those options. So 51,000 base model, 67,000 as it sits right here, thereabout. I think that's about what, or 68,000 where it came out to be as far as my pricing goes. Really good fuel economy, hefty price tag. Just depends what you're looking for. I like the I like it. I like driving around, really smooth to drive. I like the fuel economy. I don't know that I'd like to make the payments, but that's me. You know, if you don't need all the bells and whistles, it's a pretty good option. As far as versus other pickups in the lineup and other configurations. And if you want the diesel, this is where it's at. I really do like this 3-liter in this. I don't know that I like it any more or less than the Ram Eco diesel. I think they're kind of about the same, and I haven't driven this Chevy Silverado or GMC Sierra diesel. So there's gonna be a lot of choices in the marketplace. So hey, make sure you stay with us, hit subscribe below, leave comments and hate mail at tim@pickuptrucktalk.com. Tell me all my mistakes I made. And again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you down the road.